to go, so I don't have to tab out of the game. Maybe that'll help it. I have no idea. Literally have no idea. It should work fine. Let's see. All right. There's a pretty intro. Yay. Let's see what happens. So for people watching elsewhere, sorry. I'll try to see as much chat as I can, but I do have multi-stream chat up, but it fails all the time.
The 13 days after we awoke were the beginning of the end.
His graphics are still very pretty for when they came out. Granted, you know, HD was available at the time, but yeah, they aged well.
Serious?
Be quiet.
Best of luck. She did it! You alright? I'm not able to see.
Chocobo Chick is like one of the best characters of the game.
So far, so good. They all want to fight.
Good for them. Give me that.
Run! I'm in the way!
Saz is funny too, but I mean every character in here has their own plus and minuses. And there will likely be some weird clipping in here that
Hey, let's be rational now.
I couldn't get to stop. unfortunately, I don't know if it's something to do with my display or what.
What do we do?
Watch and learn.
Like the resolution settings I have it at, but I've been playing with it for a while and it just would not listen to me. And we're gonna skip tutorials. It's all fairly self-explanatory, and also the little story beats that are in like the readable stuff. I'll probably skip most of that too, unless of course someone chats or comments and wants it another way. I suppose I'll just do it, and then if you don't want to see it, we'll stop it later. There's a lot of information in there.
Not so tough now, huh? Hey, that wasn't like a challenge now, all right? Hey! Coming up!
There was one setting I was going to change that I forgot. Probably not going to be good for stream though. I was thinking about playing it in Japanese.
Heads up.
This thing won't give up.
Oh, it's potion time. You're gonna get a lot of 5-star battles at the beginning. Not our last time seeing you, my friend.
Oh, goodness. Whew. We did it. Aren't you supposed to protect civilians, soldier? I mean, you are Sanctum, aren't you? What are you doing trying to stop the purge? Why don't you tell me that?
I was a soldier.
Hey, where do you think you're going? Chocobo, we just can't catch a break, can we? Yeah, that's a good question. Oh well, better follow up.
Done, Chocobo Chick, best character. I haven't played this one in Japanese yet. I think I'm gonna try that. If it's even an option, honestly, I don't know if it is. Yep.
Sure we can get through here?
Just clear all this shit out. You don't get anything at the beginning. What you do? Look, a potion. Oh, swords, guns. Yep. No, that's where we are. Alright, so chapter 1. Lightning and Saz are held aboard a military purge train along with a group of civilians destined for exile. In stark contrast to the uncertain and despairing people around her, Lightning appears determined and focused. That's our babe lead. She seizes upon an instant of inattention to disable a guard, and her impressive display inspires Saz and other civilians to take up arms against the soldiers. After clashing with army forces, the train crashes to a halt in the war-torn district known as the Hanging Edge. Saz attempts to figure out Lightning's angle, but she shows little desire to share. The former soldier throws herself into battle without the slightest hint of hesitation. What could be driving her? Who knows? And this is just gameplay, hoopla. Yeah. If you haven't played this and you want to play it, go ahead. You can read all this. I'm already familiar enough. These are the tutorials that we skipped. More tutorial BS. And this stuff, even though it pops up in your screen and you can't skip it, except for that, they still want you to reread it again in here. Subtitles are on, speaker names are off. We'll go ahead and turn those on for the hard of hearing listeners. Controller. No option to play in Japanese. Interesting. Alright. No items back there. Here we go. Welcome to the Hanging Edge, everybody. Very beautiful war-torn booty. And like I said, I was testing it out, so there is a save file. I just got to snow. I'm going to say right over that. Okay. And it's just a bunch of... The joke of this was like Final Hallway or some shit like that. Hallway Fantasy, whatever, because it doesn't really open up for quite a while. And even then, it's fairly, I don't want to say restricted, but it's fairly guided. And when this came out, I was in high school. So I enjoyed having the direction. And even when you think about it, mostly everything before this was just as guided because you couldn't go anywhere else. You know? I mean, you can't compare this to 11 because that was online. Sure, you can compare it to 12. 12 is where they really went. Very open world. I think I have every Final Fantasy except for 1 and 2. That's because I'm hoping for a 3D remake of those as well, like they did for 3 and 4. So we can play those too. I did just start 3 the other night, so I might go ahead and stream that too, just for kicks and giggles. Yeah, I never really understood the hate for this, because not very many previous Final Fantasies were as open as people were trying to claim this should be compared to, and I don't know. It's a great game. I love the story. I mean, it's very Final Fantasy story. The battle system's nice. Still, 12 went kind of weird with their battle system. It was still kind of ATV, but it also wasn't. I don't know. It was just odd. It took me ages to figure that one out when it first came out, because I was a bit younger at that point. But yeah, it's still a fun game. It's actually more fun after you kind of learn how to use it. Because up until that point, it's just a confusing mess. Whereas this kind of went back to basics. It went to the old JRPG turn-based combat. I fucking love it. It's so good.
Not wanting to get purged like that. Taking the trained soldiers?
Better to die than get sent to Pulse. It's hell.
Yeah, well, hell's not sounding too bad. This place ain't exactly paradise.
Domesticated peacekeepers. Nothing to worry about.
Maybe not for a soldier girl, but I'm trying to say, hey! Guess we, gotta fight again, huh?
All kinds of fighting, Saz. It's a war zone, man. Take the easy targets down first, of course. less damage dealers against you. You know, typical turn-based combat strategy. It was also appreciated as a young man to have my health be returned to me after every fight. It's very much appreciated. And there's a floaty ball up here, everybody. Floaty ball. I've done the intro to this game so many times. I don't even know if I remember everything. I probably don't. I have the guide over there. Still haven't even done a perfect playthrough. Don't really plan on it. I'm trying to truthfully get those unhealthy desires out of me. I don't want to. I'm tired of being that completionist because it doesn't make gaming as fun as it's meant to be to me. You know, because then you're just focused on, I don't know, something that I'm uninterested in. Yeah, sure, it may make the game easier, harder, what have you. I don't know. If I miss something, hey, yell at me in the comments, it's okay. Or DM me and tell me where I messed up. That's fine, I'll take it. And it's Final Fantasy, so take the longest path. You almost always get an item. And I just don't like having all these exclamation marks everywhere. All the enemy encounters. You just forced that into my face. A whole bunch of enemies. This stuff gets old. I understand, but it gets old. It's a nice camera angle. There's something over here. Nope.
Cold-blooded murder.
Yep, sure is. Welcome to war. There's an item over here, though. Heyo, got some moolah. And a couple more soldiers. And me having the munchies. I'm hungry. Let's see if my wife's hungry. Alright. I'm glad it's working well. I'm glad the stream is finally working. And by that I mean my PC. Preemptive strike.
Preemptive strike.
Oh, shucks. I don't even know how to use this. Sorry. Saz will kill him. There was a cool implementation in the battle system in 13 that we will get to, possibly not tonight, but we'll get to in the future. That was dope. Somewhat similar to 10 in some aspects. Can't go up those stairs yet anyways.
Return back?
There's no time.
What do you suggest we do?
Quiet.
Hey! Hey! Wait! No, don't leave me!
Let go.
The hell no! You're on the way out of here!
Who snaps with their pointer and their thumb? I suppose I can a little bit, but I mean, usually it's the middle finger, right?
Looks that way.
Alright, big shit went down. Whoop-de-doo. Data log update. There's a story thing. Shall we read it? Oops, wrong button. How do you get Phoenix now? Events. Hey yo. Suspect citizens of Cocoon are wrenched from their tranquil existence and threatened with exile to the world of Pulse. The purge has begun. The land below is said to crawl with unknown perils, and terrified civilians begin to rebel against the purge. A revolt also occurs on the train transporting purge deportees as Lightning's battle against the guards galvanizes the other prisoners into action. The train comes to a halt in the district of the Hanging Edge, now a hellish war zone where soldiers open fire indiscriminately upon civilians. Lightning makes her way through the middle of the conflict, all but ignoring her uninvited companion Saz. She seems determined to press onwards even when the path before her is destroyed by military strikes. She is a soldier with some cool toys and tech and shit, so I mean it makes sense. No, we're gonna kill some people. And take out the Psycom, Bubba. We should be okay with that potion. We'll see though. No new items have popped up. There isn't one over here, but there is a save point, so we're going to go ahead and hit that. Yup.
Seems to be in working order.
Sort of. I don't believe there's any items on this either. Nope. Alright, cool. Doo-doo. Elevator.
Not our lucky day. It's a soldier too, right? Can't you like pull some strings or something?
I don't think there's an item here. Yeah, alright.
Deportees, are we? Weapons down. I hate for this to turn ugly.
Turn ugly?
He wants to kill us without a fight.
Time's up!
Okay, so this one is actually a nice tutorial to do because it kind of lets you get free damage in. Take advantage of the free damage. I don't know what the ones before do too. I don't remember, but I mean this one does, and he's kind of an ass, so. And it just talks about the stagger system. And you blitz so much that you kill one of the other guys, so it's all good. Like I said, usually I'm not a fan of going after the heavy first. I like to not do that. I prefer to take out the small guys, just so you're not getting poked the whole time you're fighting. I'm actually going to... turn my mic down on the receiver end a bit. I see I'm getting into the red, so I turn me down I don't want to risk the computer freezing up again by me changing out of the game. So,
Oh, soldier.
thankfully, the Rode Wireless Go 2 allows you some
What's
wiggle room with your mic.
What? Classified military info? Huh? What's the matter? You quit, did you? What, did you think I'm gonna go out there and just tell everybody your secrets?
See. My angle. I'm after the Fal'Cie.
Flying bridge, super
Still
cool.
happy you tagged along.
Didn't have a choice.
Once again, I apologize for the slicing lines in here. I don't know how to fix it. So if anyone on YouTube wants to leave comments for that, I would greatly appreciate it.
I would like to thank our brave pioneers and express our best wishes for a successful relocation. Your noble and selfless sacrifice ensures the continued safety and peace of our society. Were it not for this remarkable gesture, every resident of Cocoon, your family, your friends, your neighbors, would be exposed to the dangers of the world below. By choosing to leave Cocoon and participating in this migration,
Migration? More like extermination.
Huge. You stay here.
So sorry. I didn't mean to.
These people need heroes. Here. You keep your cool, and they will too. You got it?
Got it.
What's our motto?
The Army's no match for Nora.
Attaboy.
Excuse me. And now we're with snow. Damn it. Go ahead and hit the data log again. Clear all this crap out. The peaceful citizens of Cocoon live in constant fear of invasion by the forces of Pulse, the world below and supposed home of terrors unknown. Were even a single Pulsion agent to be discovered on Cocoon, panic and civil unrest would be sure to follow, threatening the very fabric of society. To prevent such a calamity, the Sanctum, Cocoon's governing body, initiates the Purge, a government initiative officially detailing the deportation of all those who may have come into contact with corrupting Pulsion influences. However, the Sanctum army is now brutally slaughtering the civilians they were supposed to be deporting. Realizing that the Purge is nothing more than a massacre in disguise, Snow leads the young freedom fighters of Nora in an effort to protect the Purge deportees from the Sanctum soldiers. 13 days, we can read these two. A Fal'Cie of... Oop. A Fal'Cie of Pulse origin was discovered within a vestige on the outskirts of Bodum 2 days previously, having apparently spent centuries in hibernation with humans none the wiser to its presence. The Sanctum deemed the potential contamination by Pulse magic a risk too great to overlook and immediately enacted legislation permitting the Purge, an involuntary removal of the Fal'Cie and the entire population of Bodum from Cocoon. Deportees were told only that they would be transported to Pulse. Sounds great, right? I guess we can do this too. History and myth. Resting in Cocoon's shadow, the sprawling and enigmatic lower world of Pulse is home to a multitude of terrors. The land is commonly believed to be inhospitable to human life, and a strict ban on interworld travel forbids citizens of Cocoon from venturing there to challenge this hypothesis. Not even members of the Sanctum's upper echelon can claim to have seen the surface with their own eyes. But the attempted invasion by the world's savage armies several centuries ago is well documented. Widespread fear of a repeated assault persists among the populace even today, with colloquial references often likening the world to a manner of living hell. Interesting how everyone is aware of this, and like they're still doing this purge shit. So obviously at that point it's kind of like, how true really is it? I suppose I probably could read this too. I don't want to read too much. From her lofty seat, the world of Cocoon has long enjoyed tranquility. The interior of her spherical shell supports several sprawling cities and a population numbering in the tens of millions. Although a variety of dangerous beasts prowl the wilds, advanced technology and the protection of the world's foul sea keepers ensure residents a peaceful and prosperous existence. Travel to the lower world of Pulse is forbidden, but given their deep-seated cultural fears of the place, Cocoon citizens would not even think to venture beyond the paradise they know. A relic of days before the War of Transgression, the Hanging Edge is located near Cocoon's outer rim. The area was once a thriving urban center, but residents were forced to abandon the location when an attack by Pulsian forces cracked Cocoon's shell during a conflict several centuries past. It was since designated a restricted zone and, with civilians' access prohibited, soon became nothing more than a name on local maps. Cocoon's central government, the Sanctum, holds supreme executive, legislative, and judicial power. It also maintains directive authority over the military, of course. Despite the fact that Cocoon was built by the fal'Cie and not by humans, fal'Cie opt to participate only superficially in governmental affairs, leaving Cocoon's administration entirely at the discrimination of the human Sanctum and its Primarch, Galanth Dicely, who's a dick. To the millions who call Cocoon home, the lower world of Pulse represents a constant source of fear. Suspected association with Pulse means stigmatization as an enemy of the state and all mankind, even for born and raised citizens of Cocoon. The recent discovery of a fal'Cie from Pulse near the center of Bodom caused widespread civil unrest. After placing the city's entire population under quarantine due to the possibility of contamination, the Sanctum then announced its intent to forcibly relocate the affected to Pulse in an emergency measure dubbed by authorities as the Purge. The paramilitary organization known as Nora is a group composed of like-minded youths assembled by Snow and self-funded by the operation of a seaside cafe in Bodom. Functioning as a neighborhood watch of sorts, Nora members patrol the vicinity of Bodom for trouble. Most often trouble consists of encroachment by dangerous forms of wildlife. Nora had never openly acted out against the Sanctum prior to the Purge, and because of this, the military has been content to turn a blind eye to the group's activities.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
Alright, we are with Snow. I'm going to grab this item. Yay! More money.
It's over.
Random conversations over here, not really too worried about it. Once again, if you're into all of that shit, go ahead and play the game. I definitely recommend it. I don't have like a creator code or nothing, but definitely get it. And that's just my humble opinion. I love Final Fantasy.
This is crazy.
Let's take a nap.
Really? Can I?
Sure. And when we're taking a dirt nap, you can save them all.
Oh, it's even worse.
No dirt naps today. We're all in this together. Our enemies, the Cocoon Sanctum, the dreaded Psychom, no less.
What's the dread? Psychon's nothing but a whole bunch of bluster and bullying. They got nothing on Nora.
Well, we are the heroes after all.
Well, let's prove it! Sanctum's gonna pay for this.
Wrapped up and ready.
Pay attention to Snow's jacket. That's all I gotta say.
Gotta clear a path out of here.
It's alright, I'm getting dinner fingered out.
No more. There are soldiers everywhere.
Yo, boss. What's the plan? Let's charge in, guns blazing.
Hey, that's not a plan. Real heroes don't need plans.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna get this figured out here.
plan as always. Hit him hard, hit him again.
Typical muscle dude. Kind of forgot he had the hand grenade.
You see that?
Oh, my back. It's amazing what
You're the only hope these people have.
a procedure on your leg will do for the rest of your body.
Don't you kids go falling behind now.
My back is fracking killing me. Oh. Fudge nuggets. Let's see if I can lay back again. Lift that knee up. Because this sucks, y'all. Could be worse. Granted, could be worse. Alright, I'm chilling back a little bit. I hear you, Morpheus. You're chilling in there, huh? Hey, big guy. Hey, Morp. Hey, buddy. Come on. You know you want up here. I know you want up here. You always want up here. She purdy. Don't claw the chair. Just jump up. There you go.
Don't worry. No one's moving the pulse today.
Here's Morpheus, everybody.
Be ready to...
There's the baby boy. Hey, baby boy.
Okay then. Volunteers front and center.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
Count me in.
I can't have you hanging over like that, Bubba. I gotta be able to reach the controller. Hot mom wants a gun. Oh, he slipped. There's Morpheus, everybody.
All right, last one. Somebody take it. Push got the shove. He was safe.
Are you just gonna leave me now?
All right, lay low and you'll be fine. We'll clear out the area. We're going home together!
Come on! Everybody up!
Right, Rufus, on me! Come on.
Time to go, kid.
We're not losing to SciComm, you hear me?
Oh, snap. Got a new item, everybody. Alright. The Purge is a Sanctum initiative designed to protect the stability of Cocoon by forcing potentially dangerous civilians to relocate to Pulse. However, the relocation is simply a facade to cover the massacre that ensues. The government's true goal is the brutal extermination of all possible threats to a peaceful society. Having discovered the horrific truth, Snow leads the members of Nora against the government soldiers of PSICOM. Inspired by the actions of this handful of brave young men and women, the beleaguered civilians take heart and join the battle in hope of returning to a normal life. Among the citizens who stand against the forces of PSICOM is a mother who wishes for nothing more than to protect her son. That will come back to hurt later. The Sanctum military is composed of two main branches: the Guardian Corps, responsible for maintaining security in various jurisdictions throughout Cocoon, and PSICOM, Public Safety and Intelligence Command. PSICOM is an elite special operations unit charged with protecting Cocoon from Pulsian incursion. In contrast to the lightly armed Guardian Corps, PSICOM employs an array of advanced heavy weaponry and cruiser-class airships. As PSICOM bears responsibility for any and all threats of Pulse origin, it was PSICOM who conducted the Purge. Of course. Alright. Gonna snap this save point. Whoa, hello. Controller freaked out a little bit there, and let's go punch some dudes in the face. Punching dudes in the face. Always keeping an eye out for items hiding around corners. You know, there's always something. I wouldn't say there's always something, but there is likely going to be something there. It's Final Fantasy. What you doing over there, Mark? And we punch them all till they're dead.
Alright, let's shake things up a bit.
Let's do it. Snow, what you got, homie?
Heroes don't run from price.
Like some Mechatron Bahamut. In fact, I think that's what it is. Oh yeah, or Behemoth. Yeah, it's probably kind of looks like Bahamut. I think. No, you'll be alright, Snow. Don't cry. Oh, hell, I don't have to worry about items anyways. They got it for me. Way to make it easy. You just punch this giant robot. A lot of the PSICOM guys are like their giant robots are copies of creatures on Pulse. So once we get down the Pulse, which is actually disc 3, I believe, on 360, you see all these real animals. You get some of them up here in Cocoon in certain areas, But not typically. It's all the robots.
No kidding. Stay down.
Ever the hero, Snow. You had plenty of time to grab it again by this point.
I told you, didn't I? Moms are tough.
I don't remember if they explain how Vanille got up here to be with Hope's little crybaby ass.
Please.
Bye, Hot Mom. It's very sad. She dies, but apparently Snow can survive.
Come on! We have to move!
I believe we go back to Lightning now. Yep.
It's an outlaw massacre. Those people won't even live long enough to die on Pulse.
That was the idea.
What?
Sanctum logic. They conjured up the purge. I mean, why carry the danger all the way to Pulse? Why not just stand it out here? Execution masquerading as exile. That's all the purge ever was.
Relocation to Pulse. How does the government get away with pulling crap like that? You knew this was gonna happen?
The purge was PSICOM. Private Sanctum troops, not the Guardian Corps.
PSICOM, Guardian Corps. Soldiers are soldiers, aren't they? Pulse Falsi and LSE are enemies of the state. Tell a soldier to kill an enemy, and you really think it's gonna matter what uniform he's wearing?
Might have mattered to that one. Couldn't shoot. Got himself shot instead.
How about you?
I just realized my face is cutting off
Say
some
shoot,
of these
pull the trigger.
captions.
Fine. Forget I asked.
I'm gonna have to move my face.
Wait.
course it targets me right after I heal Saz. Get out of here, bro.
That's what you were looking for.
Yeah. Right in there.
The post file C.
It's too much, isn't it? Face it later. Ciao!
Hey, wait!
You said it made you happy when I smiled, didn't you? But really, I was afraid. I was always afraid.
So, how do you figure that post file C is different from the Sanctums? All things being equal, I guess it's so keep
Time to jump.
She can do it, so can we.
Hey, Morpheus. Decided to come back.
What about the others?
No, don't chew the microphone.
They didn't die. They couldn't have died. Of course not.
No, just because your paws touch it doesn't mean you can play with it. No.
Hey, get a grip, man. What's wrong with you?
Okay, we can cuddle. No. You keep eating the microphone, you're gonna have to go down.
Toss me that. Catch.
Don't chase the cable either. We're not playing this. We're not playing this game.
Doing. So what are you afraid of, huh? You're supposed to be the hero.
No.
She's waiting there, ain't she? Your lovely bride-to-be? Isn't it about time you picked her up? Yeah.
There's our ride. Now you're talking.
Having a hard time getting comfortable, Bubba?
Stop that soaking and get your game face on.
Alright, so I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to... I am going to hit that save point. And move my face. First I'm going to read. Cocoon citizens have always been terrified of Pulse and the mysterious horrors that are said to stalk its hostile wastelands. Their fear is so great that if a Cocoon native were to have even the briefest contact with Pulsion elements, former friends and neighbors would consider them corrupted and dangerous. In light of this fact, the Sanctum orders the purging of Bodum in an effort to remove all potentially Pulse-tainted civilians. Accordingly, soldiers round up all those identified as candidates for relocation and inform them of their impending exile. However, PSICOM, the elite arm of the Sanction military, then begins to massacre the helpless civilians. This prompts Snow to lead the people in a rebellion against the army. Tragically, one of the civilians who decides to follow him, hoping to protect her son, dies in the act of saving Snow's life. From afar, the boy witnesses the moment of his mother's death in shock and disbelief. Big surprise. A massive object is transported through the sky over the hanging edge. This object is a Pulse vestige, a lower world artifact that had been nothing more than a Bodum landmark. 2 days ago, it was discovered that the vestige housed the long-dormant Pulse fal'Cie. The fal'Cie had slumbered undisturbed on the outskirts of Cocoon City for centuries. The Sanctum decrees that the presence of the Pulse entity and its corrupting magics have tainted the entire population of the city, and orders the purge. Wow. For different reasons, Lightning and Saz now make their way towards the very being that was the catalyst for so much tragedy. Snow, meanwhile, is crushed by feelings of guilt after many die under his command. He only emerges from his gloom when Godot, or Gaddit, I don't know, reminds him that the fal'Cie is holding a certain young lady captive who needs her hero now more than ever. That is his wife, Sarah, her fiancée, Sarah. fal'Cie are an existence beyond human comprehension, possessed of an incredible magic power. The ones responsible for Cocoon's construction are protectors of humanity. But there are others of their kind as well. The fal'Cie who dwell on Pulse name themselves enemies of Cocoon. Humans who encounter Pulse fal'Cie are cursed, being turned to l'Cie and ordered to destroy Cocoon. It is for this reason that most ordinary citizens support the Purge. Anyone who may have come into contact with one of these fal'Cie represents a dire threat. That comes into big stuff later. The Sanctum has developed a vast arsenal of weaponry to defend against the constant threat of Pulse, and these living weapons are one of the many fruits its research has borne. Ordinary Cocoon wildlife transformed into efficient killing machinery through selective breeding, intense training, and physical augmentation. Bioweapons retain all the raw power wow, and feral fury of their natural counterparts while obeying the commands of their handlers with unwavering loyalty. Antimatter manipulation principle, AMP, forms the foundation for a variety of technological wonders, enabling phenomena ranging from phase-space interference to the manipulation of gravitational force. Humans ordinarily lack the means to wield magic, but through the use of mana drives, another product of the principle, it is possible to synthesize its effects. And this is just a load of booty. Alright, so we're going to hit that save point, and the game may crash again, we'll see, which is why I'm saving before I do this. I want to adjust audio because I see my voice going in the red a lot more than I thought it would. And I want to turn the game up a little bit. Damn it, Morpheus. You're going to be upset when I move. Okay, let's see, shall we? You know, we might want to just stay there. That might make it a little easier. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go in here, change this. We're going to drop it way down to there. Going to turn this up a bit here. And then, whoa, I want to grab the whole thing. There we go. And we're just going to move it up here. That should be better. Yeah? What do you think? That'll show the captions better. And will the game come back? Hey, we're back. Yes. Now, I'm going to turn my receiver back up again. Alright. So that's up. Game volume's up. And I want to sit up actually a little bit now because it feels good for my back at the moment. Proper posture right now hurts, so I'm going to stick with whatever feels better on my very hurt back right now and my knee. So you can hate on me all you want. He's comfy in Mommy's chair now, so all the better. You notice Snow's jacket again? Changed.
Don't rush it on your own.
It is Godot. Alright. Godot and LeBron.
Look, there they are.
I want every weapon ready to fire. Stay sharp.
All right, on my go. Right.
Why we have to have a punchy dude, I don't really know. I don't quite get that part of it, but I ain't arguing. I didn't make the game. But he reminds me a lot of the game Bouncer, which was fantastic, which I think I have a copy of. And once I get my PS2 out here and find a way to capture it, you bet your sexy faces I'm gonna stream that, because Bouncer, great game.
That's a sad sound. Where's the soul? Hey, Godot.
Yeah?
If you don't know who you gotta save, you just protect them all, right?
Something on your mind? You got plenty of time for thinking on the way, hero.
Yeah.
These things make no sense.
Ready! Hey! It's us! It's us! Don't shoot!
Snow!
Since when do you care about kids?
Favorite point, Frank.
Okay.
Hey, Snow! You made it!
Oh god. This fucking brace.
So, you really managed to use that thing?
I think I'm done.
You're done with me.
Ow, what's it? That's the one.
Didn't you have something to tell him?
Yeah,
All right then.
but
I'll go with you.
What?
This was the era where like Final Fantasy almost always had a hot ginger.
Everyone safe?
The army's no match for Nora!
I meant the kids.
All accounted for.
Okay. Let's keep it that way, all right?
It's 10 head Riku. I think there's 1 in 12. 11, obviously you can make your own character. 13's got Vanille.
I'll swing by the vestige. Keep the kids out of trouble.
15, I guess.
Say hi to the missus for me.
Cindy's kind of a ginger.
You go skirt chasing, I take care of the kids. Some husband
Dinner's on me.
better be home cooking.
When's the wedding, lover boy?
Don't worry, none of you are invited.
We're still going.
Are you serious? What about me?
Catch you later.
Oh.
Yeah, Vanille's not really a kid.
Wait!
It's dirty. This to Nora. Psychop's nothing. Where are you?
No items.
Please, everybody keep calm. Where are you? Stay with your family. This to Nora.
Stop running around, kid.
We'll get you all someplace.
Copious amounts of save points in here, which is very much appreciated, but it doesn't last for a horrifically long time.
Crying. Let's split up and find a way out of here. I think I'd rather die.
Alright, no items at all. Great.
You trying to go as far?
Stay focused or we're done for. I'm crying. You okay?
I want to tell him. It's just that.
Say, you know how to fly this?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. In you go. That way.
If we go in there, that thing could. It could make us Lassie. This is. I don't think I can.
You can do it.
What are you two doing?
Here we go!
It held our future and our fate.
See? Many save points. She was laying on her butt.
Where is the... Oops. Well then... Guess it's just us.
What did you expect? Even soldiers know not to go near the Foul Sea. You become a pulse l'Cie, and you're finished.
What do you mean, finished?
Haven't you heard, Miss...
Vanille.
Huh?
My name. And yours?
Hope. Thank you.
Who, ironically, has no hope. It's a big baby.
What were you thinking?
Well, since we're here, let's look around. Oh, check this out.
Hey! Vanille, where are you?
Well,
That's,
He just happens to have a
no daydreaming now. Okay, back to exploring.
better stay close.
Is that? Oh no, the save point. You know, I bet there's a load of shit in here. Oops. Snow still cannot shake his feelings of guilt. Despite his efforts to protect the purge deportees from the Sanctum forces, many have fallen. The death of one woman in particular haunts his thoughts. A mother fighting for the sake of her son who gave her life to save Snow. In the moments before her death, the woman begged the leader Nora to take care of her child, but slipped from Snow's grasp without revealing the boy's identity. With Godot's help, Snow breaks out of his depression. He figures that if he just goes ahead and protects everyone, then the woman's son will be saved as well. After checking to see if the children are safe, Snow leaves the waning battle to his fellow Nora members and sets off with his new determination towards the vestige. His fiancée is still held captive by the Pulse Foul Sea. A boy watches him leave, eyes filled with rage and loathing. To his grief-stricken mind, Snow is responsible for his mother's death. For centuries, the Pulse Foul Sea has slumbered undisturbed on the outskirts of a Cocoon City. On the day the lower world entity is finally discovered, Cocoon's peaceful society is plunged into chaos. The government judges the city's inhabitants who have been tainted by their unwelcome guests and begins a merciless campaign to expunge both the Foul Sea and the corrupted citizenry from the face of Cocoon. Instead of the exile they were led to expect, the civilians face extermination at the hands of the Sanctum army. The people attempt to fight back, but are hopelessly outmatched by the military. Lightning cuts her way through this battlefield, doggedly followed by the desperate Saz. Snow, meanwhile, seeks to rescue his fiancée. And the boy, spurred on by dreams of revenge, pursues Snow with the help of an unusual young lady. Though driven by separate goals, their paths all lead to the same end, the Pulse fallacy. And now on to Chapter 2. Which I guess would probably be a good place to end this. So you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for reading, thanks for hanging out, thanks for dealing with my struggles at the beginning of the show. And I do hope that you'll be back for Chapter 2, which we are just getting into. We're going to pop right in here next time and keep going. And yeah, if you're into this, please on YouTube, that like and subscribe button, ring the bell. You'll see when more of this stuff is going on. Make sure to hit all when you ring the bell. And everywhere else, you know, please likes, follows. There were some new followers at the beginning when I started the program, because those just funnel through while I'm offline. So everyone recently who followed, liked, subscribed, all of that, thank you very much. It is wonderfully and gratefully and graciously appreciated, and I hope to see you all soon in these videos. And yeah, if you're into this at all, you can support us directly by checking out our Etsy store. We do have some slightly outdated merch at this point through the Streamlabs shop. It should be down below somewhere for you to find. And yeah, just please share it on the socials, and we shall see you very soon. I appreciate you. Thank you. Much love, and we'll see you next time, which is probably going to be tomorrow.